Hi, how y'all doing tonight? My name's Adara and welcome back to my channel. So since I recently uploaded a video talking about stop motion with all of its history and about animations and Leica Studio, I thought that it'd be interesting if I did like a little extra video reviewing a lot of those movies. Since like I said, I watched every single Leica and Arvin movie out there except for Farmageddon, and honestly I don't think I will watch it unless, I don't know, maybe if you guys really want me to, I could watch it. 100 likes and I'll watch Farmageddon, promise, and I'll even make an exclusive review for it if you want. But other than that, I don't think I'm gonna watch it because Farmageddon is probably the same thing as the first Shaun the Sheep movie. But anyway, so today I thought it'd be interesting if we did a little bit of a tier list episode, right? This is the first time that I'm recording like an off-script video like this, but I thought it would be really fun. So yeah, let's go, shall we? So this tier list here that you're seeing, I actually made it myself because I tried to look for a tier list that had all of the Aardman Studio movies and Leica movies, but unfortunately I was not able to find any. Like there are like stop motion tier lists out there that have like a variety mix, but not any of them that actually has all of the Aardman and Leica movies, which I wanted to focus on this episode. So I made my own. I know that you might be raising your heads at the fact that Mononoke is here. Probably most of the people watching this video are like, don't even know what this is. It's an anime. I tried to, like, I put it there by accident. I tried to remove it. Just ignore it. I'm gonna put it in F. No, you know what? I'm making it its own freaking list so there is like no confusion. Alright, I'm good now. Thanks. I'm sorry about that. So let's start, shall we? So the first movie that we have here is Paranorman. I'm putting it here right now, but that's not my final verdict. So to me, Paranorman is actually one of Leica's best movies. I thought that it was really good. Fun fact about this movie is that it's about it's a zombie movie about bullying, right? Which is really interesting because about this kid called Norman that's able to see ghosts. But ghosts are not the only things in this movie. There's a lot of zombies and, spirits and shit, and they have to save the town from this evil witch. Really nice. It's a wholesome movie about, like, bullying and how bullying has been part of society ever since, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of years during the witch trials where women were accused of being witches just for being different, which I think is a really interesting perspective, right? They looked at it in a perspective of bullying and not so much straight up like criticizing an entire gender, right? But you could say that, yeah, like if you think about racism and sexism, those are all kinds of bullying, right? They're just specific kinds with different names to it. I really like this movie. Oh, also fun fact, this is the first movie, like animated film for children, right? This is the first animated children's movie with an open gay character. And I think that was so cool of Leica to do because like Disney doesn't have the balls, right? And neither do other companies. So Leica is gonna be like, fine, I'll do it myself. And they just tossed a gay character in there because why not? It was like you find it out at the very end, right? And the way that you find out, you're like, oh, it's like, oh, they really did that? No way. Like, I remember seeing this movie in theaters and I really liked it. Like, I saw it with a friend and I remember when we saw that scene, we were both like, no, did they say that? Did they say that? Like, it was really cool. Like, if you've seen this movie in cinemas at that time, it was like, it's revolutionary. I can't even remember a single like full-length feature film that has an openly gay character at this point, so it's really cool that Leica's were the first to open that door, right? I think it did cause controversy, but gotta take the first step, right? So I would put Paranorman between, I think, A and B. I think I'll give it a B for now. Maybe I'll change it up a little bit at the very end. But it's definitely A or B for me. Alright, James and the Giant Peach. So James and the Giant Peach is a Henry Selick directed movie. Everybody knows The Nightmare Before Christmas, and like the propaganda for Nightmare Before Christmas is that it's Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, but Tim Burton like produced the movie, but he didn't direct the movie. That was all Henry Selick, and Henry Selick is super unappreciated. He also directed Coraline, which is like, it's just bullshit that Tim Burton always gets the credit for the creepy shit when Henry Selick is doing the same stuff, right? And he loves animation, like stop motion, right? He made 3 movies with it, so you can really tell that he's passionate and really believes in the medium. I don't remember if James and the Giant Peach came before or after Nightmare Before Christmas. I would say before. That's just random guess. Maybe I'll look it up later if I remember. So I really loved this movie when I was a little girl. I think it was one of the first stop motion movies I've seen. I don't know why, but like I saw like because the stop motion elements take inside the peach, right? And I always thought that the whole thing, like the peach, it looked appetizing to me, but at the same time it didn't. I had a very weird mixed feelings with the peach itself, like in terms of like, would I eat that? Would I eat that peach? Cause they so what the movie, if you guys don't know, is like about this kid. He got bullied by his aunt, and then he grew a gigantic peach, and because of magic, like he got into the peach, and like the women were gonna, oh, we're gonna sell this peach and we're gonna be rich, I think. But he got in the peach, and the peach like broke off, it rolled, and it went to the ocean, and it flew all the way to New York. It didn't fly, it like sailed. Yeah, it sailed all the way to New York, which I don't know how that works. Were they from the UK? That would make more sense if the family, like the James and the aunts, were from the UK. Not 100% sure. Maybe I should have looked that up, but anyway, I haven't seen this movie in a very long time, but I have good memories of it. I think that some people don't like it all that much. Maybe they think that the designs of the insects are creepy, but I like it. It's good. I would watch it again, but I have a feeling that James and the Giant Peach might be not as good as I remember it, but I still want to watch it anyway. Like, I don't know, I'm fond of this movie. I think it's a nice, innocent film. Like, I think it's fun. So I'll put it at C. I'll leave that at C. Alright, Chicken Run. I'm gonna put it at A for now, or B. I'll think about it. But Chicken Run is one of my favorite movies. I actually resaw it the other day. I noticed that they actually used the word oversexed, like, when I was rewatching it. And there are, like, a little bit of, like, adult jokes in that movie. There are adult jokes in that movie that I hadn't noticed before, so I found that really funny after not watching it for a long time. The oversexed line was when the male old rooster's like, oh, Americans, they're oversexed over something, and I was like, oversexed? That has the word sex, right? And I wasn't sure what it meant, so I googled it, and yeah, it means like when you're like way too horny or something like that, I don't know. Or something that's overly sexualized, and I'm like, that's a really weird word to choose for a kids film, but okay. I also loved the scene. It's subtle, right? As a child, you're not gonna get that. But I love the scene where like Mrs. Tweety's like smiling really, really happy, you know, cause like the chickens are eating. And she goes and she like pinches Mr. Tweety's butt, dude. Oh, that was funny. That was funny, dude. It's like adult jokes, dude. Amazing. Very, very nice. So like I also had this thought the other day, but like if you think about it, Chicken Run is like a very light version of The Promised Neverland. I mean, think about it. Intelligent beings being held in a prison, farm prison, to be, you know, raised and sold as livestock. Like, they were used for eggs, but now they're gonna be, like, made into pies and that shit. but like obviously the Promised Neverland's a lot darker, right? But it's like a family friendly kind of like. It made me even think like I wonder if Promised Neverland got a little bit of inspiration from Chicken Run, right? But that would be interesting, wouldn't it? I really like this movie. Do I like it more than Paranorman? Because it's part of my childhood, I would say yes. I do like it more than Paranorman. Would I put it at A? I'm gonna put it at A for now. I'm gonna see like the other stuff and see like how I feel later. Alright, so Wallace and Grommet, Curse the Were-Rabbit. So actually, I watched this movie a lot when I was younger, but I feel like I like the Wallace and Gromit short movies more than the 1 hour and a half movie, right? I even talked about it in my, like, I talked about this movie in the main video. So I like this movie. I think it was nice. It was wholesome. I remember when I was younger, I was like dying for another Wallace and Gromit movie. The last short movie that they made was a Matter of Loaf and Death. It's about bakers and bread, and it's really good. I like it. I like it. I really do. I think I'll leave it at B. Fuck, but do I like Chicken Run more than I like the Wallace and Gromit movie? I don't know, dude. This is so hard to decide. Sometimes, like, putting this stuff in a tier list is, like, hard to decide. It's like, I don't know. Which one do I like more? It's like, I think I like all three of these movies, like, about the same. Maybe one slightly more than the other. I think right now I'm feeling it at a... I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna put Chicken Run here as well, and I'm gonna put Paranorman here, and yeah, that's my list for now. Like, it's a little bit weird that I have Chicken Run first, but maybe it's because, I mean, both movies are original. I was gonna say, because Chicken Run's original. I don't know, okay? Just let them all be. They're all B, okay? They're all good. They sing good. Alright, so Fantastic Mr. Fox. I have controversial opinions about these two movies, Fantastic Mr. Fox and I Love Dogs. They're by the same director. I don't remember his name right now. Let me pull him up. Wes Anderson. I always forget his name, right? But he's popular director, right? He makes very, like, artsy movies. And, like, the animation for both of these movies is very unique. It's a very different kind of stop motion. I like the art. However, I feel like Wes Anderson's animated, like, stop motion films are just... they're not really my taste. I feel like they're kind of like, I don't know, they're just not very interesting to me. Like, as art, I think they're very beautiful, artsy movies, but yeah, like, I don't know, they just don't entertain me all that much, if that makes sense. I did think it was really dope that they cast Dumbledore as the voice of the main antagonist for Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's really cool, right? Like, I feel like both films are a little too long for my taste, for, like, the story that they have. So I don't want to be a dick and put them in D, so I'll put them in C. Like, they're below James and the Giant Peach for me, right? Which is, like, bullshit, right? It's like, oh, these movies are actually artsy. James and the Giant Peach is retarded. But it's like, I don't know, it's just my taste, right? Coraline, easy S tier. Like, there's nothing to be said about Coraline that hasn't been said already. Coraline is one of my favorite animated movies of all time, period. Maybe it's my favorite, no, it's my second favorite stop motion animated film. My favorite is, we'll get that to there in a bit. I love Coraline. Coraline's like one of the best things that God ever made. Like, God, I mean Neil Gaiman, like, Jesus Christ. I love the man so much. The man's my muse. Like, I bought his, like, master class. I like teaching the art of storytelling. It was so good. Like, I felt like I didn't even deserve to listen to his wisdom, you know? It's like, I love the man so much. It's like, fucking inspirational, dude. I wish I had the capacity to write as much as he does. Like, guys like him or Stephen King, like, these guys are oozing with creativity, they're oozing with ideas, and they're oozing with, like, workaholic grind energy. Like, where the fuck do you get this stuff, dude? I try, I really do. It's just, Coraline's just perfect. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. A perfect story, perfect animation. It's a spice summit the ball. Nothing else to be said about that. Alright, moving on. Farmageddon. I'm putting that in a D because, like I said, I haven't seen it. I don't plan to see it. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same thing as, like, the other Sean movie. Like, I don't know, dude. To me, I love Sean in A Close Shave, which is his debut, right? In the Wallace and Grommet. He's a Wallace and Grommet character. But it's like trying to make Sheen a main character in the story. You know what I mean? It's like, they're just not the same character. Like, Sean in the series, in the movie, is nothing like the Sean that we see in A Close Shave. Like, the Sean from The Close Shave is like, he's like super scared and quiet. Like, he's very cold all the time. He's baby. But like, the Sean from the movies and the series is like the leader. He's like the laid back, cool sheep leader. He's like more extroverted, he's more energetic. It's like they're not even the same person to me. Well, they're not person, they're a fucking sheep, but you get my point. So to me, honestly, I don't like the Sean. I don't like Sean series. I don't know what to tell you. It's boring, it's lame. So, like, it's for kids. It's for little kids. It's not for someone like, right? So, cute, yes. Animation, gorgeous. But is it good? Not really. For kids, yeah, but not for me. I don't see any adult value in Shaun the Sheep, so they're both gonna be there. Early Man, I'm also putting it in a D because I hate soccer. I guess that would be a bit of a dick thing to, like, a bit of a dick, yeah, because look, it's my list. I'll do whatever the fuck I want with it. This is based off my own personal enjoyment of it, okay? So, I'm gonna be honest, like, this is out of my own personal enjoyment. I actually rather watch Fantastic Mr. Fox and I Love Dogs again, because I feel like those movies are a lot more substance, but I fucking hate soccer. And you might call me a fake Brazilian for that. Guess what? I don't fucking care if you call me a fake Brazilian for that. I hate soccer. I have my reasons to hate soccer. So if it was about literally anything else, like cavemen and literally anything else that wasn't soccer, I would even take another sport, I would like it more. But because it's soccer, I don't like it. Like, I guess the first half was like enjoyable, but then it got into the soccer stuff and I was like, god damn it. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. So speaking of shit I don't like, let's just put Nightmare Before Christmas in there. I guess I'm going out of order, but who cares? Oh, and let's put, I'm putting Frankenweenie at F. It's just like, yeah, that's gonna be the first F. It's probably the only F, but I have my reasons. Frankenweenie, I'm also putting it in an F. Yeah. I guess I'm not a big Tim Burton fan. Like, I know a lot of people love him, but I don't. I like Henry Selick more for some reason. But anyways, so Frankenweenie, I thought the whole black and white aesthetic thing was really creative. Like, it really makes you think back on Tim Burton's first animated claymation, which was with a boy that actually looked a lot like, was his name also Vincent? Were they both named Vincent? I think they were both named Vincent, weren't they? Like, the main character from Frankenweenie and Corpse Bride, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, this movie was boring. It was boring. Like, I watched it, like, and I thought it was very boring. I thought that it had no substance. Creative and well animated, but boring. Like, it's just, it's like, you know, the Anime Man always said something that, like, it really stuck with me to this day. It's a saying that I really like, but a turd with sprinkles is still a turd. It doesn't matter how pretty you make something. If it doesn't have salt, if it doesn't have depth, you know, it's like what, you're drinking water with lemon, and no, you're eating like a very beautiful looking souffle that tastes like ass. Think about it like that. And that to me is like Frankenweenie, like creative, that black and white thing, but that's about it. It's just boring. Now, Flushed Away. So I actually really like this movie. I really love Flushed Away. I don't know why people hate it so much. Like, oh, okay, I get it that the human characters kind of look uncanny, but think about it this way, dude. There is a reason we barely see their faces, just like there is a reason why we barely see the faces from the characters of the first Toy Story movie. The animation was about the rats and the animals, not about the humans. So in that sense, I really like this movie. I think it's as well animated as the other properties of Armin Studios. I used to be obsessed with this movie. I used to watch it so often when I was younger. And it's creative, you know? I think it's pretty creative, though. I think this is the first time that I was introduced to the concept of having a rat as a pet. Before that, I was always like, why would you do that? Why? Why, though? You know? But yeah, I really like this movie. I think it's fun, it's creative. I like the society they have with the rats. I thought it was really cute that Rita's family is like 100 different rats, you know, because rats reproduce a lot. But like, you don't see that with other citizens. It's like they're the only family with a shit ton of kids. So it's like, but yeah, it is accurate in that sense, of course. And this just is so great. Like, I love the chemistry between Rita and James. Robinson James? Rotty. Yes. Like, I love that. I remember his, like, his fancy name, Robinson James, instead of Rotty. But, yeah. I like Rotty and Rita's relationship. Like, I shipped them a lot when I was younger. And I remember that when I was younger, I also wanted a sequel to this movie so bad. So bad. I wanted a sequel. But, like, the thing about both of these companies is that neither one has ever made a sequel to any other movies. Ever. I mean, Shaun the Sheep is not really a sequel, is it? Is it a sequel? I don't think it's a sequel because, like, what is a sequel? Does a sequel have to be continuing the story of the previous movie? Because they don't call it Shaun the Sheep 2, right? They call it Shaun the Sheep Farmageddon. I'm getting sidetracked. My point is, like, let's say it's not a sequel. My point is, like, this company is, like, both companies have never made sequels, ever. But I remember I really wanted a sequel to Flushed Away when I was younger so bad, because I wanted to see more of Rita and Rotty's relationship grow and develop. I wanted to see them go on adventures around the sewers of the world or something, or the sewers of Europe. Who knows, right? Because we got, like, a character from France. Why can't they go around Europe? They could go to Italy. They can go to Greece. They can go to Germany, you know? It would be cool. But yeah, there's your free idea for a movie, DreamWorks. Make a sequel to Flushed Away. I want that. They're actually making Chicken Run 2, which is really nice. Like, I look forward to that. But yeah, I'm gonna put it B for now. Fuck it. I won't put it there. Kubo. So the thing about Kubo is that I feel like everybody likes it more than I do. I like this movie, but for some reason, most people like it more than me, and I don't know why. Like, I feel like there's something about this movie that I'm not seeing, because a lot of people say that this is like in the same league as Coraline, or maybe it's even better than Coraline, which I don't agree. Like, I like Kubo. I like it, but I don't know. It's just missing something. I don't know what, but it's missing something. I can't really explain what it is, but it's missing the secret formula, you know, the secret formula. I don't know what it is, but it's very, 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 very good. This is my favorite animated movie, not animated movie, but clay animation movie of all time. I love Mary and Max with all my soul. This movie made me cry so much. I remember the first time that I watched it, I bawled my eyes out. I cried so much, and it's so hard to do that for me. It's so hard to make me cry with animated movies. Like, this is one of the few animated movies that was not anime that made me cry. I can't even think of another one that made me cry. I think I even cried the second time I watched it, maybe a little bit on the third. After the third time I watched it, and I stopped crying about it. But yeah, I cried the first 3 times. That's really saying something. It's just, the movie is about the friendship between this 40-year-old man with Asperger's syndrome and this like 7-8-year-old girl from Australia. And Jesus, If you haven't seen this movie already, you're missing out as well. Like one of the greatest things that I've ever seen in my entire life. It's just so good. It's a masterpiece. I love it so much. Next up, Arthur's Christmas. I'm putting that in a D as well. So I feel like this movie had an interesting idea, like to extend Santa Claus's family, but I don't know, dude. It was just not for me. I don't think it was that good. I hated that they put Justin Bieber music in the movie. Like, it had that creative element. I really like the high tech. Like, I feel like the first 20 minutes of the movie are like really good, and then it just goes downhill from there. It's going downhill from there. It's like the rest. I really don't. Arthur is a garbage main character. I think he's boring as fuck. Basic. He's a Mary Sue, and he annoys the heck out of me. But yeah, I like the technological like Santa, like that idea. I find creative, and I like that. But other than that, like I don't know. I don't think it's good. I just don't think it's good. Alright, coming up next, we have The Missing Link. I'm putting The Missing Link as on a C because it's not as bad as these movies for me, but I feel like this movie, even though it like beat new records of quality of animation for Laika, this is the last movie that they did. I don't know, it was disappointing to me. It was not as good as I hoped. That ending, like the last arc for me was like, well, that was not what I expected. That was kind of weird, anticlimactic, and awkward. Like, I didn't like that third act. Thought it was weird. I don't know, it was just disappointing to me. Like, I think there are like a lot of stuff that I like. I like the whole idea of going on this expedition, dude. Like, I like the main character. I think I like the Link. I'll call him Link because I don't remember if that was his name. But yeah, I like that this Link dude. Like, I like his character. I thought he was the best character. The female protagonist, I could have done with more character with her. She was kind of like the stereotypical feminist of like, I'm a big strong woman and I don't need no man, and that's it. That was her character, and I feel like they could have done so much more with that because I don't know, this is just not that good. Like, she's not very satisfying character to me, but I do like the Link, and I like his duality with the main dude, the archaeologist or expeditionist, whatever. Expeditioner, yeah. Like, I like the fact that he's an expeditioner and like the stuff that he does and collects. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Around the World in 80 Days for some reason. Like, it reminded me of that movie, at least in the very beginning. But yeah, I like the relationship. I like them as characters. I love the animation. I like the traveling, but I hate that third act so much. And I don't know, it just was so disappointing. To me, it's like a C. It's like, okay, better than these, but not as good as I hope. Up next, Pirates. I'm putting that at a B as well because I remember when I first watched this movie, I gave this movie like a 9 out of 10. These days I lowered it a little bit. I gave it an 8. I like this movie a lot though. I thought it was so fun, so creative, so full of color. I never thought of mixing the worlds between pirates and, you know, like science. Like Charles Darwin is in this movie. It's like he's like a main character. Like, I never thought about mixing that. And they have a dodo, and it's like the world of scientists versus the British Empire versus pirates. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was fun. It was creative. I really liked like all the pirate stuff. I really like. I think I could have done less. Honestly, I could have done without the science. I wish it was more about the pirates. I wish it was just pirate focused. But for what I got, I like it fine. I thought it was fine. I thought it was an interesting plot. There was like really cool plot twists that I really enjoyed, right? Like, you can tell that the queen is a villain. You can tell from the very first time that you see that she's gonna be the villain. However, you don't know what her intentions are going to be. You don't know exactly what her role is, like how she's gonna play that role. And I love what they came up with. I thought it was fun. It was creative. I really enjoyed it. it. And I think it's dope that they have like this kind of transgender character in there. No, sorry, I apologize. It's not trans, but it is a cross-dressing woman. They have a cross-dressing woman in there, and I thought that was so cool. And the reason why it's like a cross-dressing woman who is like part of the pirate crew, right? The reason why she's cross-dressing as a guy is because Captain, which is the main that's the name, that's the name of the main character. His name is Captain. He doesn't have a name. His name is Captain, which I think is really fun. It's like Captain. Like, he doesn't accept women, I guess, in his pirate crew. So the reason why this chick dressed as a guy, so she could be a pirate in the pirate crew, right? And she's like in love with Captain. And I don't know. I just think that's funny. I think that's sweet. And like, I don't know. I think she's very convincing as a guy. I love his beard. Like, the Captain's beard is really nice, but I like the girl's beard as well, because like a ginger color, right? But I like both their beards. Like, I think they're a really fun, wholesome little group. I don't know, I like this movie. I think it's good. Yeah, guys, that is my tier list. What do you guys think about my selection? Do you agree or disagree? Leave all those comments in the comment section below. I read every single one and interact with them frequently. If you would like to follow me on my social medias or my Instagram, my everything is in the description as well. If you would like to donate $1 to my Ko-Fi page, I would really appreciate that. All proceeds going to the helping to fund this channel, so that I can pay for editors, I can pay for any product that I might need to make a video, anything that I might need, or just to bring food on the table. That also helps a lot. So yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Comment, subscribe if you like this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember to stay determined. Yeah, fun guys.